you all. Oh, we tried to get you to your seat before you went on TV, but. Okay, it is 3:30 on Tuesday, the 11th of March. This is the regular meeting of Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Please rise to respect the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here.
We have a quorum. Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion.
Yes, you'll notice that our interest keeps rising. It's bad if you're paying, but it's good if you're receiving, and the county is receiving on its reserve monies waiting to be spent.
Anything further?
Yep.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Dell.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Dell.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion.
And you'll notice that in account transfers, we have some transfers for accumulated sick time and vacation time that goes when people retire
And other reasons.
and other reasons. And then
As
we have a transfer out for the item number 6. That's for a ditch project.
Anything further?
Did you want to mention others?
Nope. I already had my angry discussion with Casey in regards to my personal beliefs in regards to the system.
Okay. Commissioner Moore.
Sorry, Casey. Oh, aye. I wasn't angry at you. No, I was not.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments. There were none. Number 5, requisitions.
Page 2.
Move to approve pages 1 and 2 of the requisitions. I will second that.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 6, travel.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
And you'll see page 1 is the general fund. Page 2, please. This starts the special revenue funds. And page 3.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G 1 through 8. Executive session, right?
And Lee, we do not need today a executive session?
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
There will be no
No.
executive session? We
I didn't
can-
speak into the microphone. That's correct.
We can post the
Personnel summary sheet.
personnel summary sheet.
Move to approve the personnel summary sheet.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Dell.
Aye.
Public comment on agenda items, I don't believe there were any. Old business?
None with the current agenda.
Old business?
Yeah, we've been working for some time as a board, previous boards. And I talked to Commissioner Gallagher in regards to some issues going on in Nowaka. And he got back some very positive information, so I'm gonna segue that off to you and give us an update. How's that, since you did the work on?
It wasn't a lot of work. Just 2 years of being on the board.
Nowaka.
Yeah, NOACA board. We inquired about the expansion, or the widening of Route 2 and I-90 between 611 and the Turnpike. And they went out to bid on Monday this week. Last week, they went to bid on the road project. It starts July 1st, and it's going to be a 3-year project. So enjoy those cones. They're going to be there for a while.
Well, but we've been waiting for years to get that project started. Even 4 years ago, I remember they started talking about it, and I was worried we weren't going to get it off this summer, so.
Yeah, it was very positive news.
Yep. So 113 might be a busy road.
Anything further?
Nope.
No? Okay. Board business, number 9, approve and waive the reading of the County Commissioners meeting minutes of February 28th.
So moved?
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
I'm sorry,
Oh, right
Commissioner
now.
Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Under 911, 10, approve an MOU relating to the 12-hour shifts by and between Lorain County Board of Commissioners, 911 Agency, and the Fraternal Order of Police, Ohio Labor Council, served case number 2023 MED 090783, effective until December 31st of 26. This MOU relates to Article 15, Section 1.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes, for the benefit of the public, this is the latest in the continuing improvements at 911 to retain employees and as well as improve morale. And studies have shown that 4-day weeks, can lower absenteeism. This move calls for 4 12-hour shifts one week and 3 the next week by those same employees. So it's less shift change, it's time off, and with additional solid blocks of time off, it's our hope that we'll see a reduction in absenteeism due to just getting wore out with all the stress that goes with 911. So again, kudos to 911 and to the labor for agreeing to this pilot project in mid-contract.
And that's why we had to do the MOU, because it was
Yes.
mid-contract.
So it's an MOU because we had an existing contract, and this waives the 8-hour shifts and goes from 3/8 to 2 12s per day. So
Anything further?
Nope.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Community Development, 11, award a contract to Thomas and Marla Thompson at 9349 Northwich Place, North Ridgeville, with GenMet Construction LLC, Lorain, in the amount of $23,837 to remove existing roof, install a new 3,000 square foot roof and proper flashing, ridge vent, new gutters, downspouts, and gutter guard. There was only one bid received. Homeowners received grant assistance from Program Year 23 CHIP program, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders, and this will be paid out of PY 23 CHIP account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes, I've made it pretty clear in the past, I'm not a fan of single bid contracts. Can I get an explanation as to why we only have one bid on it, number 1 and number 2? Why can't we get more people to bid on these projects?
Okay. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure being here before you today. Well, as far as an explanation as to why, that would be difficult to say.
You can't hear.
I
don't
can
think his mic's
speak
on.
to the process.
Is your mic on there?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
No, it's on.
All right, sorry about that. So as far as to an explanation as to why, I really cannot say why, but I can speak to the process, okay? So about, I think it's 34 contractors on the qualified list were notified of this project, okay? So they were all told what day the walkthrough of this project would happen. They needed to attend that in order to get all the necessary information to complete a bid. On the day of the walkthrough, only one company showed up. And that one company is the one that you have before you here. I can also say that this company is a local company. Of the 34 contractors that the information was sent to, 4 of them, their businesses are registered here in Lorain County. A 5th one, his business is registered in Cuyahoga County. However, he lives here in Elyria. So you could say we had 5 of that list that were local. So the award, unfortunately, it is only one company that bid on it. But the information is getting out there. We need to, look at doing additional things to try to see what we can do to have more people bid. And to that point, certainly Dave can speak to some of the steps that we're taking for that.
Okay, real quick, before you say
Yes.
that, have you reached out to local contractors within our county to expand our list of 5 eligible ones within the county? Has anyone reached out to new contractors to see if we can get them in here?
Well, we are in the process of doing that. And that's, what Dave is certainly going to speak to. But that's part of what we are trying to do to get more local companies and hopefully more people bidding on projects. It is something that is being experienced throughout the state. This is not unique in Lorain County. Problems in terms of getting contractors to bid. But in many of these jobs that we've had so far last year and this year within this grant cycle, we've had, at least a couple people bidding. We have not really had a lot of these single bids. Today before you, yes, there are a couple of them all at once, but that hasn't been really the experience so far this year, I would say.
Have you thought about, you now know where you mentioned that there's 5 companies. It sounds like that'd be an easy task to call the other 4 and just ask them why. You don't have to do a survey or nothing. Just say, hey, you came through, you're from Lorain County, it's Lorain County tax dollars. Is there a reason why you didn't bid? Because that could maybe solve some of the issues, unless you're already doing that, Dave, I don't know.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you, Garvin, for that explanation. We are working with Kleinfelder, who manages these programs for
Right.
us, who engage these contractors. And as Garvin said, and you'll see on the next one as well, we had 35 applications went out or notices went out. We received 1 again. There are various reasons that we're finding that local contractors don't bid with us. Some of it has to do with the size of the project. Some don't want to do smaller projects like this. Takes up too much time. It's time consuming. Some are challenges that the counties had in paying vendors on time, and that reputation is out there. So we're trying to abate those concerns, and we're working with the auditor's office on quicker responses and payments. So there are things like that we're aware
Well,
of.
the latter you just said is what I've heard too. So I'm wondering how we're going to address
We're
that.
working on that, and we're working with Kleinfelder as well, and we're working on identifying more. We had a very direct meeting with them about a month ago about this specific subject. And actually, I believe we're meeting with the administrator tomorrow or Thursday to discuss local contractors. So we're working on this issue, but as we're being made aware of the causes and why folks are either not bidding, we'll pass that information along. I hope that answered, Commissioner Gallagher, I hope that answered your question.
Well, I think that, I just want to reiterate that I think it's fine to work with Kleinfelder and have them tell us about regional or statewide issues because they certainly service a larger area. But I would think with our community, I think our staff should reach out to the local people and find out why they didn't bid. And that serves two purposes. Not only do we get the information, hopefully, but that we're looking for the roadblocks to break through, but also let our community know that our staff is here and that we're on deck, okay? If I was somebody, I wouldn't want to get a call from somebody in Toledo. I'd want to get a phone call from somebody in Middle Avenue.
Right, exactly, Commissioner, and that is part of the plan that we are presenting to the administrator and also to the board.
Because roofing is, some of this stuff with few bidders has been lead removal, things that require, exotic certifications and so forth. But putting on a new roof is not rocket science. It's hard work, but it's good, clean work. It doesn't require a lot of certification and so forth. And to get one bidder on a new roof would go cross purposes to most of the industry trends that I know.
Right, yes.
And one of the things is I look at the low bids, and I think part of that's part of the problem, or their low-cost bids. The thing is I look at what the construction work is. When I see a roof, if I put my name out there to 5 roofers that I need a roof put on my house, I'm gonna have 5 of them contact me back with aggression. And when I see one coming in here and it doesn't have aggression, we have to do a better job. We got to find out what the problem is, and we got to get more people registered as contractors. Whether we reach out ourselves or we go to the necessary agency, it doesn't sit well with me that we're getting single bid contracts.
Right.
So,
We'll work on that outreach, and we're already in the process of identifying ways that we can provide, number one, more notice and opportunity for local contractors, but engage them in a more proactive manner. But as I said, and Commissioner Moore is aware of this, as I'm sure all of you are, we do have a reputation of slow pay. And so that is part of the issue.
There's only one fix today. Give us one more shot and let us know it's coming.
Correct.
We'll get that check out.
We'll work on that.
Well, also, I think making sure that our vendors that are out there understands what our process is. And to take those, kind of let everybody know, here's the expectations. You're not gonna get a check tomorrow, but the problem is, do we know how long it takes to get that check? And how we have to overcome that is gonna be your guys' job before Friday. No, well, maybe a little bit longer.
Right, and I think some contractors may think that because these jobs are over a couple $1,000s, and the money is coming from the feds, that they have to pay prevailing wage, when that is not accurate for CHIP and CHIP home projects. Okay, for allocation grant, it is, but not for CHIP and CHIP home. Also, these contractors need to qualify to be on the list. They have to have bonding and the training, as the Commissioner Riddell has mentioned. So these are all hurdles that we need to, in our outreach, to try to help them through and to get to that point where they can get onto the list.
And sometimes rumors are harder to deal with than fact, and I think that we need to reach out to that list of 25 and remind them that we're working on it, have made some headway on payment from the county. And secondly, remind them of the prevailing rate, that a lot of them may not like that paperwork, especially when they're busy with other jobs that don't require that paperwork, but let them know it's not required here either. And so they have a fair opportunity, to be successful if they would just bid. like the old saying goes, you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. So,
The solution is within us, and we have to come up with that solution.
right. Okay, Teresa?
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
No.
Number 12, award contract to Kyle Lamb Son at 273 West Lincoln Street, Overland, with GenMet Construction Lorain in the amount of $10,767.60 to install baseboard heaters, thermostats, breakers, wall heaters, and removing home clutter. There was only one bid received. Homeowners received grant assistance from Program Year 23 CHIP program, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders and will be paid from Program Year 23 CHIP account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Do you want to have another one? Or are we good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good with the discussion.
Okay.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
No.
Number 13, award contract for Joseph and Doreen Sorpa at 35955 Dorchester Avenue, North Ridgeville, to Solid Ground Construction Westlake in the amount of $19,344.60 to install a new roof, gutters, downspouts, and gutter guards. There were 3 bids received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications. Homeowners will receive grant assistance from Program Year 23 CHIP program, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders and will be paid out of Program Year 23 CHIP account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
We have more than one bid on this one. Yes, we did. Okay.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Number 14, award contract to Buckeye Excavating and Construction, Norwalk, in the amount of $543,396 for Alameda Avenue Phase 2 improvement, Sheffield Lake. Sheffield Lake will receive a grant assistance from CDBG FY23 program, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders. City will provide $150,000 towards the project. 2 bids received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications, and will be paid from the CDBG FY23 contract services account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Under sanitary engineer, 15, amend resolution 24-600, adopted September 27th of 24, with Quality Control Services Consulting Services Agreement for the Boone Road Sanitary Sewer Phase 3 project. This amendment is to reflect an increase from $91,010 to $152,171.50 due to utility conflicts and weather delays, and project construction schedule will be extended to spring of 25, which will be paid from the engineer project account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Under the engineer, 16, award and enter contract with Messingberg Brothers of Collins, Ohio, in the amount of $196,332.50 for the Highway Department Materials Project in Lorain County. 4 bids were received on February 20th, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications, and will be paid from the engineer materials account.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
You'll notice that while there were 4 bids, one was from Lorain County, the others were from nearby counties, but that's where the stone is. So I would consider them to be considered virtually local because those companies are between us and the stone quarry. So that's what we would hope for in most bids is, 4 to 5 bidders, and I think this shows the success of that.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Number 17, award and enter a contract with U.S. Bridge of Cambridge in the amount of $89,500 for the Island Road Bridge 0158. This was the only bid received on February 20th and will be paid from the engineer bridge projects account. Work consists of supply and delivery of galvanized steel beam bridge superstructure related materials to the site of the Island Road Bridge in Grafton Township. The structure is 18 feet, 1 NCC, bearing with 27 feet roadway width. Issue notice to proceed upon full execution of the contract and work completed on or before July 1st. Authorize administrator to notify the auditor to release retainage at completion of project.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Yeah.
Sean, did you want to address what this project is?
Sure.
Thank you, Commissioners. So yes, you'll see we received one bid, theme of the meeting here today. But this is a bit more of a specialized contract. It's a material supply. There's nothing special about galvanized steel. But what we do with these projects is we spec out essentially a bridge kit for our crews, our county crews, to be able to demolish a superstructure. Currently, this one on Island Road is, I think, rated a 4 out of 9. They'll demolish the superstructure, and in its place, we have the ability to put in a new galvanized steel superstructure. It's work that our guys can handle. It's a much more affordable route than going with precast box beams. Unfortunately, this U.S. bridge, we've done a lot of work with them in the past. They were one of the only ones, generally the only one that will bid this work because they've got the ability to do the hot dip galvanized. A lot of the steel up here does not get galvanized. We couldn't really afford to put in like stainless steel beams or anything like that. So we have to be careful about what material we do use and the type of material we use. And I think that's the reason why you see the one bidder.
Did you guys get a cost estimate from an architect or an engineering firm? What it would cost to do this, to keep it in line with a single bid contract?
I think we generally gauge what we have paid in the past for these types of structures and use we put together our engineer's estimate. It's based on prior spans that we have seen in material costs for other projects.
You did validate that with other projects that have been done?
Yes,
Well, you know where I stand on
I understand.
making it loud and clear,
I
but,
understand.
okay.
I think the good news here, this is material.
Yeah.
We're gonna build it with our crews and have, what kind of deck is gonna go on top of that, Sean?
It's actually a galvanized steel decking that comes with, that's part of the kit that we get, and then we'll fill that pan with concrete, put some waterproofing on it, and top it with asphalt.
Very good.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Yes.
County Administrator's update.
Anything?
One thing, two things. We continue to move along with the 6119 and with the communication towers. I mean, we meet weekly or every couple weeks on these to move these projects along. They're both coming along nicely. Unfortunately, it is taking a little bit more time. We are on track on the communication towers, and we certainly are on track with all the detailed paperwork when it comes to the 6119 to try to move that forward. With that, I want to turn it over to Don Romanchek with regards to a conversation that we've had on the Kellner ditch cleaning. And I think we've got a resolve, but you at least need to know what's aware of it.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. On Kellner Ditch, it's a 5.6-mile project, and we go through a lot of people's property. A couple of weeks ago, I got called out to revisit some property at Rhonda Lane. We'd be going through 5 backyards, and we also had a farmer, Mr. Lupinski, who were concerned about the path we were taking. At that time, I told them that we would look once again at seeing whether or not we would be able to do work from the other side. Ended up calling out our wetland consultant again to confirm a couple of things and have our contractor take a look at it as well to see whether or not it would be feasible for him to do it from the other side. Everything came back relatively good. It would be a little bit more expensive, but we recommended that we get out of people's backyards and go to the opposite side of the ditch. And I got a cost estimate put together by the engineer on the project, KEM, and got confirmation from the contractor that it would be doable. What made this actually work was that with our contractor in hand, he was able to come up with ways and means of addressing a couple of problems that we had on the other side. One of them was we had a jurisdictional waterway, a fancy term for Army Corps of Engineer fans, and we're able to do a temporary crossing to get across there without having to put anything inside the ditch. And since it has low flow, the high water mark is where we're concerned about when you get into a jurisdictional water. We would not be impacting that, so that made it much more affordable than we originally believed it would. And our contractor came up with a method to be able to cross that ditch in an affordable way. So for what I consider not a small amount of money, but well within the contingency allowed for in the contract, we're able to get out of some 5 people's backyards, as well as work with a farmer and protect an area that he had and stay out of their area for a cost of a little bit more than $40,000 as we go ahead and confirm the numbers. But these are based off of takeoffs on the plans and working with the contractor. And so we've instructed the contractor to get out of people's backyards and allow them to maximize the enjoyment of their property and minimize our impact upon their lives. I believe I did hear from one person that if it makes common sense, then we should try to apply it. So I wanted to give the board an update on the project is moving forward wonderfully, and we were able to make some major accommodations to the property owners at a very small cost on the overall project. The project itself was, if I recall, about $1.5 million. We're looking at about a $40-some thousand change. And we'll have some others, things pop up, I'm sure, both expenses as well as credits as we go through this project. But I wanted to give you that update and let you know that we're continuing to work this project and make sure that we're getting the biggest bang we can, not just out of the project itself, but in our interactions with our residents, our customers, to make sure that they're being treated as fairly as we possibly can. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions, Board.
No, glad to hear that the ditches are moving along. You know, it's been years since we decided it was the right thing to do, and it'd be nice to start there by finishing something. Also, we could report, attended with the prosecutor's staff a meeting on the Taverner ditch, and we're hoping to have some resolution there at the hopefully at the end of March here.
Wonderful, thank you.
By the way, also nice presentation on what you did last week with the ditch.
Thank you.
One last thing, Commissioners. If you notice on the agenda, we have changed the Commissioner's seal. And I just wanted to thank Todd Sharkey and our IT department for all their hard work. We went back and forth about 100 times trying to make this thing look a little bit better than it did before. So hopefully everybody will be happy with it. And that completes our report.
I have nothing. Board correspondence?
Okay, new business, which is,
Well,
What?
I
Board
move to waive the
correspondence?
reading of the board correspondence.
so moved.
Discussion.
Second.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Okay, new business.
Now we can have new
Yes.
business. Okay. I'd like to bring back some old business that's new business because we did something before and the project expired. Karen, do we have any position to take yet on the overcrowding at the kennel and the consideration of having another grace period on the fees for the adoption of the pets?
No, I'm sorry, report. I did not have an opportunity to talk to Mr. Lobenthal. The kennel was closed yesterday, and then today was just like a whirlwind of meetings for me, so I have not had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Lobenthal.
Do the dogs have holidays?
The dogs, no, just the kennel. So
Just the
since we're
kennel.
open on Saturday, our employees take the Monday off. We do have folks that come in and still clean the kennels and feed the dogs and
Okay.
such, but our
Makes
business
sense.
hours are
Makes sense, but I'd like to pursue that because we've got some overcrowding that's been reported on Facebook. And the last time we had that, it seemed the way to address it was to suspend the fees except for the dog license.
Right.
And I think we should come back and take a look at that. We're a little behind schedule on the new edition, but it doesn't change the fact that we're overcrowded, and it appears we're overcrowded even more than the various rescue operations can absorb at this time. So the alternatives are not pleasant. So I'd like us to have, maybe we could have a report back for Friday.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I know I got a lot of people reaching out because it is the time of year that Lorain Countyans are down in Bike Week in Daytona. And they're actually taking their time out to watch us, which means probably why we have 8 people watching right now. So I told them I'd do a shout out for taking time out of Bike Week to watch the Lorain County Commissioners. I thought, I feel sorry for him, but I guess he finds us entertaining, so.
Maybe it's raining.
I don't know. but
Maybe it's raining.
I told Mark I'd do that. There's your shout out, Mark. Now go back to the bike and go back to the beach.
Okay.
Public comment, I guess.
Public comment, Kathleen Byer, Vermillion.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Kathleen.
Good
If you
afternoon,
would
Commissioners.
give us spell your last name for us and give us your address.
Yeah, B-Y-E-R, Kathleen, first name, and 3601 Elizabeth Drive, Vermillion, 44089. I just came up here a couple meetings ago. You guys had a gentleman come up here talking about Attorney General Yost's $10 million grant for school safety. It's for a bunch of other different things. You could do mental health. It's a whole list. But he was talking about BDAs specifically. And I just was curious and wanted to ask you guys, the marks, when you guys did the marks deal, they tested all the buildings in from my understanding, they tested all the buildings in the county and they were covering the BDAs. So to get a $48,000 grant for a, entity, where it could go somewhere else or school, mental health, it could go for other things. I don't think it's really appropriate to duplicate services. And the school, the schools already did that with marks in 2022 as well with the ARPA dollars. So I just wanted to just come up here and kind of ask if the marks deal my understanding is the BDAs are part of the marks deal and the 40 grand is kind of inappropriate.
Not everybody has a Marks deal in place, but we do it this time, and they have a budget
Yeah.
that they put in for that. If we don't use it, we get the money back, but if it goes over budget, they have to absorb that in their contract. Correct, Jeff?
Okay.
We need to make sure, and I'm not absolutely sure because we got Vermillion in Erie County and we have Vermillion in Lorain County. So we need to make sure that that school that is the high school, I think, is in Erie County. Is that
That's
correct?
Oh, yeah, but they just had $1 million for schools. They have the brand new system of the state. I don't think Vermillion's.
They do have a BDA in
Oh,
Vermillion?
yeah, they have the whole new, they did a whole $950,000 upgrade in Vermillion last year. I mean, it's crazy. They have all the new system, the new computer. It's crazy what they have going on there.
Yeah, they
But
have-
that's my point again. ARPA dollars were covering these, so and another thing is the vendors. Another vendor, a private vendor coming in when you already have marks in here, doing the BDAs, it's kind of like the whole thing where you have the whole radio issue again. You know what I mean? Other vendors private vendors coming in and saying, you need this, and we're already doing it.
Okay.
That's kind of my point there. I just wanted to
Okay.
make you guys
Thank you.
aware, duplications. I don't like taxpayer dollars going to two things at once.
Thank
All
you
right,
for
I'll
stepping
talk
up.
to you.
Kathleen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And for the record, that grant in Vermillion covered security, door locks, pass key systems, all kinds of stuff.
Trade you. Give you work for all these, huh?
Okay, there being no other business before the board, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
See you Friday morning.